Ladies and gents, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Will Zanders, and this is Men's Health Mondays. Okay, now the thing about doing YouTube lives is you get to do them live. And the thing about traveling is sometimes driving, flights, and all that kind of stuff prevents you from being available to be live when you want to be available live. So as I can see, I'm at the airport right now, heading to my vehicle. And we are just going to knock out a couple quick notes. I'm going to be honest, it has been a super, super long weekend, but I'll make it up to y'all next week. Do not worry. Okay. Now, a lot of questions that we get, especially from a men's health perspective, are oftentimes asked on behalf of women. So, what we're going to do is give you some of the best things that I think we hear a lot on Men's Health Mondays and things like that. Hold on, let me get the live chat popping. There we go. What's up, Coach? So, what we're going to do is give you some of the things that I've heard from people, from women in particular, uh, about what they really want to hear about from men. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna preface all of this stuff. Whoa, now almost got clipped. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay, that's better. I'm gonna tell you right now that this stuff is not gonna be what you normally hear on stuff like this. And for anybody who is already happily married, this is not information for you at all. Please ignore everything that I'm about to say. And a lot of times we want to get advice. Whew, man, it is a long day of travel. A lot of times we want to get advice um, on relationships and things from our friends and family members who are already happily married. And that's really great because we do want to get information from the people who have the uh, relationships that we feel we want in our life based on what we want in our life. And for a lot of, not everybody, but for a lot of people, people want marriage with the partner that they really love, respect, that's loyal, and all this other type of great stuff. And that is what people typically want. And this is just typical stuff. This does not apply to people who don't want those things. And that's totally fine. It's no judgment. Okay. Now, again, I just want to preface this before we hurt some feelings. I'm gonna tell you right now, this does not apply to people who are A, already happily married, or B, people who come from a generation where times are just different. Now let me see how many fellas, how many, and no, I'm not one of the single fellas, but how many single fellas, how many people on the call are either single guys or have people in their life that are single guys? You don't have to be a single, but if you're a single guy, and this is Men's Health Mondays, if you're a single guy or you know some single guys that are close to you in your life, just put a yes in the chat. It don't have to be you, but if you or someone you know is a single guy, put yes in the chat. Just let me know. Hit a thumbs up and put a yes in the chat. That you know some. Okay, good. So here's going to be the number one thing that single guys need to know, period, regardless of your age. The number one thing for Men's Health Monday tonight that single guys got to know is that, gentlemen, this is a different age that we're living in. I'm gonna tell you flat out, fellas. I don't know how else to put it. I don't know how else to really explain it to you. But this is, I gotta say this again. This does not apply to either A, women who are awesome and women who are from a different generation. This don't apply to my married couples or anything like that. But fellas, I'm gonna tell you right now, you are living in a whole different time frame from the generation that our mother and our grandmothers came from. And that is the number one thing that you need to know, fellas. That's number one off top. The second thing you need to know is that you have to intentionally know what you want before you get out there dating, because you have to set the intention for what's going on. You got to set the intention for the direction that the relationship is going to take. Now, this is presupposing that you're going to follow the other steps to even get in a relationship. But I'm going to tell you right now, it helps you a lot as a guy if you already have the intention set for what you want. Do you want marriage? Do you want companionship? Do you want to be single and just have fun? Do you want kids? Do you want a legacy? Do you want someone to help you, in other areas, but not necessarily committed. Like, you just got to know what you want, because at the end of the day, in any ideal situation, you, sir, are going to at some point have to be the leader. Okay. Yes. Clear, concise goals. Thank you, Tommy. So I'm gonna give you it. Okay. Here's the next thing you need to know. So number one, you're in a different. Yeah. Please give me a thumbs up. Appreciate that. Love the thumbs up. Love the likes. Love the subscribes. Love the shares. All right. Now, so number one, we're in a different day and age. We'll talk more about that. Number two, you need to set the intention for what it is you want before you ever go out and venture into the wild west, which is basically the dating marketplace. That's that. Now, the third thing that you got to know, this is critical, is that you have to know that women control access to sex. Okay? A woman has no lack of dudes that want to have sex. I don't care. She has no lack. Not in this day and age, not with the internet, not with social media. A woman is one filter away from having 80 people in the DMs. Most women are zero filters away from having 300 dudes in the DMs trying to talk to you. Fellas, just know that women control access to the sexual part of the relationship. Because we're guys. Like, come on, we're guys, okay? But men, you control access to the relationship aspect of it, okay? The man is the person who proposes. The man, if the relationship is going great, women and guys, do you ever notice that the guy is trying to holler at the girl and she's like, oh, I don't want to, move too fast. So it's always the woman who obviously controls access to sex, because men, we are men. But ladies, do you notice that after a couple of months of dating and you really like this guy, you may find yourself asking questions like, what are we? You might find yourself asking him questions like, Jeff, we've been dating for a while. Are we like, what are we? I'm just trying to figure out, what are we? Because you know that although you control access to sex, men control access to the relationship. Okay. So I don't want you to ever think, here's a tip for the ladies. I don't want you to ever think that just because a dude thinks you're hot and want to sleep with you or be with you, that doesn't mean he's going to necessarily commit to you. So you have to be very choosy. And a lot of single ladies out there not being choosy. They not being choosy, okay? Not being choosy, right? Because they're getting all this attention, all right? So, gentlemen, just know that although you have to pursue in the beginning, and you should, because you a hunter, you a dude, you're supposed to pursue. At some point, ladies, once you decide that this is a guy that you can see a committed future with, if that's even what you want, because you have to bring intention to the table too, okay? If you even want that, once you decide that that's the guy that you want to be with, you are going to have to pursue the relationship, because that's what he holds the keys to. You hold the keys to the drawers, we know, but he holds the keys to the relationship, period. Period. You want to be married? That's on him. Okay, but fellas, you trying to jazz out? That's on her. So we have equal power at different times, and people don't really understand that. So, gentlemen, just understand where your power lies. It is in the ability to bestow a committed relationship upon a woman like a gift. And ladies, just know, it is within your ability to bestow your greatest gift, okay? Not just the sexual activity, but the ability to have children, the legacy aspect of it, depending on generation, age, and everything. But that is your gift that you can bestow. And there's no gift greater, okay? Now, gentlemen, now that we've got that out of the way, and we know the intention you got to have, that was second. We know that the day and age we living in, single women these days are just different, not better or for worse, but different. And then third, gentlemen, you have to know where your power lies in the relationship. It's not at the beginning. It's after she's already selected you as a long-term potential match. It's not at the beginning. In the beginning, bro, you better be taking her out on dates if you really want to get with her. I don't care what these people is out here talking about, and oh man, she need to be taking you out, and man, please. If you are talking about a woman who is attractive, I'm gonna tell you, especially ladies on our team, we got some stunners on our team. You wish you would catch them dead running behind a dude. We will no. You will have to pursue in the beginning because she has all the power. But once she decides that you're a potential match, and if you decide that's the intention that you set, now you're in control because she has to get the relationship aspect of it from you. So, gentlemen, you have power the same way ladies do. It's just a different time. The fourth thing we're going to talk about very quickly is going to be uh, the time frame of this stuff in general. All right. Now remember, not want to offend anybody here, but we're gonna, men's health. We got the mental health part. Okay. Two more things I want to cover. In the beginning of your lives, gentlemen and ladies, but in the beginning for men, we are in a very formative period. Okay. And this formative period in our life is one of learning and self-discovery. And a man, with very few exceptions, doesn't really have any value or utility in the eyes of society, especially when he's young, unless he plays like a sport or something. There's no utility there young. When you're in high, any fella can say this, but I want to remind you of this. When you're in high school, gentlemen, you do know that unless you were a top tier athlete, you did not have access to the most desirable women when you were a freshman in high school. When you're in ninth grade, could you date the seniors? Could you date the seniors, gentlemen, when you were in ninth grade? No, you couldn't date the seniors, the senior women. You couldn't. The girls who were seniors, you couldn't. They were dating older dudes. Oh, look, or in a band. That is also facts. Good call. Good catch there, bro. But I wasn't in a band. I played sports. But yeah, facts. But there had to be something that kind of set you apart. But that's still rare, not a big deal. Even if you were ninth grade playing football or basketball, ninth grade in a band, nobody cares. The women who were seniors and juniors in high school are dating the seniors or college folk, just the dudes with cars. Okay, just understand that you don't have the pull when you're young, bro. You don't have the pull. Okay, you don't have the pull. When you get older, is when you're going to have the pull. Yeah, no, freshman women could date. Jessica said it. Ooh, I didn't say it. Jessica said it. Freshman women could date seniors. They sure could because women come born into this world with value. Like society knows deep down that the ability to have a family, even if a woman chooses not to have a family, that's totally fine too, if that's what she wants. But women come with built-in value. The society will never continue. I'm not trying to hear all this dumb stuff about men having kids, and that's so crazy, so stupid. But women come with value. My mother was born with the ability to create and bring life into the world. My father never had that gift. He's a dude. Nobody cares, bro. You better go to work and pay some bills. You don't come here with value, bro. No man comes here with value. Women do. Jessica said it. She's a freshman dating seniors. She could because she could. Because she could. Okay. Because women command value at a young age. Okay. Period. And that value in the eyes of society really doesn't go away per se. And not trying to offend anybody, but by the time it does, women who want children have typically had them, and women who cannot have children have already resigned themselves. And say, you know what, that doesn't define me, and it shouldn't. But in the eyes of society, that is what people look at. It's not really fair, but that this is not a fair call. This is what uh, just how society works. You know this. You know this. Okay, you don't have to like it, but it is. Now, gentlemen, you are going to have to. Lori said she dated a college guy when she was junior. Of course, because you could pick whoever you wanted to. Doesn't matter. You can pick whoever you want. Doesn't matter. Okay. And that is why this is not a women's health call, but ladies, especially ladies who have daughters or our younger ladies out there, y'all better be dating for long term and not the short term gratification. I see a lot of ladies out. I had to break it. Oh yeah, no, that's my point. If you are decided my one of the happiest people I know, my cousin whose name is Terry. Honestly, Terry and her husband, well, they don't have kids. They don't care. That doesn't define them. They have one of the richest, most fullest lives ever. Period. Point blank. End of story. It's not about kids. I'm just talking about what society thinks and what the label society puts us on growing up. We don't have to like it. It's not even fair. But society judges women on certain things like that. And society is going to judge a man on what he does for a living or how much money he has. Even if that's not fair and it's not right, Again, what did I say in the first place? We have to understand the marketplace. We have to understand the superficial. It's not even good. It's not even right, but this is the world that we live in. And if you're not a person who's already happily married, like Terry and Jessica, if you want to be like them, you're happily married, you're going to need to understand the world that you're living in. You need to understand this marketplace that you're the dating marketplace that you in. You need to, because it's different now. Terry, you better tell them it's different now. Okay? It's different. So, gentlemen, here's one thing you got to do. You're going to have to build value into yourself. I know, well, I ain't got time to read books. Then that's on you. Stay single, bro. I don't have time to watch videos on personal development. I know. Stay single, my boy. I don't really have time to work out. Oh God, I don't have money for a gym membership. Stay single, bro. It's cool. It's cool. It's okay. I don't have time to develop new skills or start an online business so I can learn new skills and personal development to make more money. Cool. Bro, I get it. You'll never date a 10. You'll never get the woman that you want because you as a man have to put value into yourself, bro. Well, I don't want to get supplements and lose weight. Can I just I don't have money for good look. Bro, stay single. I don't care. Stay single. And I don't even mean you have to be in a committed relationship. You can just be dating a bunch. You're not even gonna get no dates. Well, I don't got the money to be taking nobody out. Sound good, bro? If you don't have the money to take a woman out, and I don't mean no Chick-fil-A, McDonald's. I mean if you don't have the money to take a young lady out when she's got a million other options, bro. She got a million other options, online and offline. If you don't have the money or the real desire to take her out to a dinner so y'all can get to know each other. Because remember, in the beginning of the relationship, she has all the power. If you can't do that, you don't deserve to be dating a woman at all. You need to be working on yourself. You need to take that money that you were gonna go half, like y'all were gonna go half on a date or whatever. I'll take on a date if she pay half. You sound like an idiot, bro. You sound like a brokey. If you can't go take her out to dinner knowing she has a million options and she's just evaluating you as one of the possible options, you need to take that half money that you was going to spend on your food and go get in shape, go get fit, go get a book and read a book and learn a skill so you can make more money. Like, dude, figure out a way to put more value in yourself, or go learn a trade. You can have a regular 9 to 5 job, and that's awesome. I highly recommend starting online businesses, obviously, because that's what I do. But even if you didn't, you should go part time and take school or a class on how to work on cars or how to be a plumber. Or like when one of the ladies that you're trying to talk to says something like, "Oh man, I really want to go out, but my car broke down." Oh, I work on cars. I can come fix it. You just separated yourself from 99% of the other dudes who she's trying to talk to because you're bringing value now. Now, you don't need to be a goofball. You don't need to be a goofball and not still be cool and just a little mysterious and have some other stuff going on in your life. You don't need to be able to don't be like, oh, I'm going to drop everything. I'm coming over right now to fix your car. I can't wait. No, you'd be like, well, I got to work. I got some things to do. If you're available tomorrow, I'll swing over there when I'm done, when I'm doing, and I'll come take a look at it and see what I can do. I'm pretty good with cars. She'd be like, oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. It's a whole different way. Yeah, learn the man stuff, bro. If you put it this way, if you're not making the money to learn the man stuff, if you're not, you don't have, if you don't have the knowledge or the desire to go learn the man stuff, you better have the money to pay the man stuff. So RAC um, was working funny a couple of weeks back. Okay, now for the record, I am not an AC tech. Let me be clear. I'm moderately mechanically inclined, but I'm not an air conditioned tech. And we got a big unit, big house, we everything. But I got the money to hire professionals to come fix the AC. So MJ's like, yeah, you don't have to know how to fix AC. I know that, but I'm gonna pay this guy. Now, here's what I did. When the guys came to fix the AC, I was on him like white on rice. I am watching everything he is doing, how he does it, the tools he's using. I'm learning. I'm paid for him to fix our AC, but I am literally using this tuition to acquire a new skill. And now I'm about 60% competent at diagnosing and fixing almost any problem with air conditioning units. I had to learn everything. I'm like, no, no, I'm gonna stand right here the whole time. Like, what you doing? What's this? What's this for? Yeah, tell me about this. Oh, what wheel is it? Oh, awesome. Are we going outside? Why are we going outside? Let's go outside, right? And kid you not. So That's a way to acquire a skill and build value into yourself. So sure, I pay for the AC to get fixed, but guess what? I pay tuition to learn a new valuable skill. And I'll do that as often as I can. So gentlemen, if you have to get something fixed at your house anyway, which is life, that's gonna happen sometimes. Take that opportunity. Don't be bummed out. Oh man, I gotta pay to get this stuff fixed. Yes, you do, because you're a man. Yes. However, take an opportunity to be like, you know what? I get to learn a new skill and I'm not mad about it. This is the best on the job training I can never have. Now, once you learn that, and you hear friends say things like, "Oh, my AC not working," you be like, "Oh, don't call the pros yet. Let me come take a look at it first. You give me like $100, I'll do it for free because I want to practice. But if you need the money because you can't afford to take a young lady out, and you hear one of your friends say, 'Oh man, my AC is out. Y'all know anybody?' You call them. Yeah, don't call the pros and spend all that money just yet. Just give me like $50. Let me come take a look at it. I'm about 60, 70% sure I can diagnose it and possibly even fix it. And even if I can't fix it, but I can diagnose it, you'll have a lot more information and you can tell them exactly what's wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? It's probably one of these four things, blah, 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 right? Things like that. So it doesn't have to be that. It can be any type of skill, plumbing, car work, anything. You can acquire a new skill and build value into yourself and make you more valuable as a man. Because the more valuable you are, you have to set yourself apart from other suitors who may be trying to get this young lady's attention. Okay. So the last thing I'll tell you, gentlemen, work out. I'm not talking to my married guys. Nope, not talking to y'all. Or my married ladies. Y'all got a lot of responsibilities that may not allow you to be at the gym as much as single folk. Single folk don't have no excuse. They don't have a reason not to. Okay. Just figure it out. Well, we got kids. Yeah, well, we got to live with those decisions, but you figure it out. I know a gym in Louisiana, which is amazing, and there's childcare at the gym because they know what a big deal it is. Okay, you just got to figure it out, and you got to hit the gym. Ladies, maybe not. That's up to you hitting the gym, but men, that's on y'all. If you want to hit the gym, cool or not, you'll still get guys trying to talk to you no matter what. Uh, every lady's been at Walmart or Target at some point, typically Walmart, and you've seen a young lady at Walmart with a guy, you thinking to yourself, how did she get with him? Men are just gonna get with ladies. Just get over that. Now, I'll save that for another call. But fellas, one of the best things you can do, Terry says him and Jess work out. Yeah, working out together is great for a couple. You can fit in the schedule, is fantastic. Gentlemen, you got to work out. I don't care. You gotta be fit. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. There are, and this is why this is the last thing. We'll close the call with this. Single women have a lot of options, and they are going to, at some point, not every woman, but as a group, they are going to decide on the best available option they have at the time. And if there's a guy who's like you, looks like you, talks like you, smart like you, has the same job as you, everything's equal, but he works out and is fit and you don't, she's picking him. She's picking him. And it can run off and be happily married and everything else and this, that, and the third. And then it'll end up being a situation where like they're happy for the rest of their life because he spent 2%. Marcus said it right there. 2% of your day, 10% of your week. 10% of your week is not too much. Yeah, that's every day working out. You don't have to work out every day. 3 times a week will do it. 6% of your week. 6%. That's not too much. You got over 150 hours in a week. Like 6 hours of that a week, 5 hours of that a week, 6 hours including travel time, that's not too much to ask. Angelo Foster says he has personally learned that. See, he has personally learned, okay, that being fit and listen, being overweight, quote unquote, doesn't mean you're unhealthy. Being super skinny doesn't mean you're unhealthy, but every man knows what fit is for his age. Every man knows what, and listen, women who are in the age range that you want to date, they know what fit is for your age. Okay, so that's the things I would work on if I was a man, which I am, but if I was a single man, which I am not, by the way, but if I was, that's the things I would work on immediately. I would work on my fitness. Okay, I would work on my finances immediately. Start getting more fit, and the more fit you are, the more money you make too. I don't know why, but there's a correlation. I'll tell you what I think it is. People and who are more fit even in sales, sell more and recruit more than people who are not fit. I think it's because when people who are fit, it tells the person subconsciously, okay? It tells people that it subconsciously says this person has a certain amount of discipline. It says this person's probably going to be healthier and be around longer. They make good decisions. They have impulse control. This is all subconscious. It's telling people that this person, okay, and there, look, take it from the immortal Coach Troy Monroe out of Oregon. Being fit, he says, being fit will make you desirable to your lady long term. Now listen, Troy looks like he's in his 30s. If I had to guess, Troy is probably closer to 200 to 300 years old. He does not look it, and you can't tell. Now, is a big part of that workout and mobility? Yes. Is a big part of that supplementation? Yes. Is a big part of that a vegan lifestyle? Also, yes. So you just got to figure out the level that you want to take it to for you. And I don't listen to this. I'm not a medical health professional, nothing. I'm not a yeah, and fit people miss. Yeah, thank you, Jess. They miss work less. They make more money. But fitness means more discipline, high self-esteem. You proud of yourself. Seymour is another one. Seymour is my big brother. Seymour is probably closer to 100 to 200 years old. Man, look like he's 40. It's crazy. It's crazy. I hope to be at the level that Seymour, Coach Marcus, and Troy are at. I hope that they yeah definitely increases confidence, Lynn. That's why Alabama won that game. The way they won it, they won well coached. Yeah, sure, talented, but every D1 college athlete is talented. Alabama puts that. Alabama, last time I checked, had the highest paid strength and conditioning coach in the country. The Alabama conditioning coach was making like four or $500,000 a year, more than any other strength and conditioning coach. Being fit is going to have just as many great results for college guys as it is for guys in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. I'm telling you. Ask Rick Burnett. All right. I'm telling you. But that's what I aspire to be. I look at Coach Troy, Coach Seymour, Coach Marcus as well, and I'm like, that's my big brothers. I want to see what they do. They work out. Coach Marcus works out every day. Troy eats a certain way. Seymour never drinks, never smokes. I say, you know what? The three lifestyle choices I'm adopting because if God give me that amount of years to keep rolling, I want to be fit and awesome like those guys. Period. Period. I would like that very much. So I like to role model people who have the aspects of it is what you want. And for gentlemen, that's something that you can do. You can have people because your network determines your net worth. And if you look at the Latin words nectare for net worth and things like that, network, it means a certain element. The word work actually comes from a word work. It's like WEORC. It does mean labor. The word work hasn't translated much differently from Latin and ancient French in a long time. But if you look at the word network in particular, it's the active element of working, and it's specifically meant to, at the Latin roots, it's specifically meant to the tying together of individual chords to make something stronger. Okay, it meant the individual tying of chords. When I look at my network, the literal word means that you're working, you're extending some type of labor to build something of individuals, individual chords, individual people, something separate, but you're building it together to make a stronger composite whole. That is what the word means in the ancient Latin. Okay. So building your network, you can by giving value, you can learn from people who make more money than you. You can learn from people, from guys who make more money than you, gentlemen, and ask them questions. Hey man, how you making all this money? How talk to them? They're in your network now. Okay. You can look at guys who are more fit than you, or maybe more mobile than you. They move better than you. Okay. Or they have better, healthier relationships than you, married or not. They have better relationships than you. You can ask them advice. Hey, you've been with your lady for 20 years. How y'all keep the fire going? How you keep her interested in mentorship? And that's something we don't really have a lot of these days because of where our culture is, but that's a whole nother call, okay? So that's what we got tonight, gentlemen. That's 5 things that you need to know if you're a single guy. I'm not going to run through all the points. You can watch the rest of the replay. But the last one, building value into yourself, because the young lady that you want to be with will always choose the best available option for her at the time. And gentlemen, you, to the best of your ability, control whether or not you're the best available option. If you're not the best available option, it's because you haven't put that amount of work in to become her best available option at the time. Okay. And you're not always going to win, bro. You probably won't beat Tom Brady. Yeah. I'm probably, if LeBron was single, I'm probably not going to beat out LeBron James. I might low key. Do be goofy. I might low key beat out LeBron. Not for the money though, for other reasons, for other reasons. But the point is, you, to the best of your ability, you become the best version of yourself. And gentlemen, we have to put the work into ourselves. We have to take the time and effort and energy and money and resources to put the work into ourselves to become the best version of ourselves. And you'll be happier, which is the main thing. Your family's going to be way happier. Parents, brothers, sisters, your coworkers, and your team's going to be way happier with the better version of you. But also the young ladies in your life that you want to date and be romantic with, they are going to be way more interested in a long-term commitment from you, way more interested if they know. You don't have to tell them, I'm working on myself. I'm the best version of myself. Bro, they'll know. They'll know. And they're going to be way more interested in having that long-term commitment with you if you're the best version of yourself. But you are the only person who determines that. Okay, so if you're in this day and age with all of this fitness info and personal development info and all this other type of stuff out there, guys, and you're still single in this day and age, it is one person's fault. It is only one person's fault. I do not want to hear any of my guys talking about, oh, ain't no good women out there. All these women is gold diggers. All these women, they just want to tent bull. They may treat you like that. They may, you may have been having negative experiences, but that is simply because you have yet to put the work into yourself to become a man who deserves a woman of the caliber that you claim you deserve. Okay, that's all I got. I will see y'all on the next one. Like, share, subscribe. Love y'all. God bless you. And I will see y'all in Vegas. It's going to be a good time.